Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
Slaughter.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Beastmaster.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Manila Major Qualifiers. We are here with the bracket, the playoff bracket of the American region. Is Digital Chaos going up against Shazam here in game number 2 of a best-of-3 series in the winner's bracket. Shazam going down in the first game pretty handily by Digital Chaos. A couple of close calls for DC, 1 or 2 mistakes, which is probably the first 2 mistakes I've seen of them throughout the entire tournament. So I guess they're allowed to kind of have that game. And we're here into game number 2, and I'm Mott, and he's Grant.
Yes, sir. And you are correct, though, but at least we see some mistakes. We see some team fights won by their team. DC isn't flawless. They have a few things, so maybe they can't exploit. I mean, they still look 99%. They're oh, man.
They lose like one team fight, and we're like, they made a mistake.
Yeah,
what are they doing? You know, that's Shazam are putting up a pretty good fight, but DC right now looks to be the more dominant team, but again, it came down to the draft, I think, and we were talking about this before we went live. It really just wasn't a great laning phase, and a lot of that had to do with the, I guess you could say, non-do-shit support that were coming out. I mean, later in the game, SVG, he started doing some shit with those global silences. Jason did as well with his static storms, but in the laning phase, it just wasn't the case.
Yeah, if you ask anyone, hey, who's gonna win this battle, the team with 6 stuns or the team with 0 stuns? And a lot of times, you are probably gonna hear the team with 6 stuns is gonna win. And we see the Witch Doctor Slaughter from Digital Chaos. I believe that's been the classic in every qualifier. That is the go-to picks.
This is what Fog was talking about earlier when I was casting with him with Digital Chaos. Is just that Misery really, or at least it seems that he really likes to get his disables over and done with at the beginning of the draft.
Yeah.
And then leave whatever else he wants for later.
Yeah.
And that seems to be, again, the case here. Maybe it's just based on the heroes that he really likes. Maybe he's just like, oh, these heroes are really good, and they just happen to have disables.
Yeah.
It's more than likely the former, I would say. He has some idea of that. He needs some sort of chase, some lockdown potential. And they're going to be able to fight early and often here. I mean, Witch Doctor against Beastmaster, and even Mirana to a certain extent, pretty good. Against Beastmaster causes a lot of chaos. The 5-second stuns to non-heroes, obviously, is a big factor against whatever. His zoo army, if you will.
Yep.
And Slaughdar, we talk about physical damage, and he could pump out a lot with amp damage up on. So
he can. We actually see some the DC respect banning the TCCK, and on the other side, Shazam banning a Sand King we don't see often, but after they've been playing against it for a little bit now in the NA qualifier, seems to be the one random hero that you see in a qualifier you don't expect to.
That Sand King last game for Moo was
insanely good lightning phase. They
pretty
got that kill on Brax Beastmaster. He baited him in, and then they didn't know Dazzle's there. Got heal bombed on, and
he's like, "Oh, surprise! Here's a shadow wave right in your face." And then Brax decided to go. He's like, "I can't deal with this. I'm just dead now."
Yep.
But I do like the fact that Shazam go for Beastmaster again. I feel Brax had a good game despite going down early. He didn't get the fastest necro, but when it came to crunch time, he made some good plays, with the exception of when he got caught in the trees.
Yep.
And that's not really his fault. You don't really expect a ward to be there.
That was extremely good warding. They figured, maybe there is going to be a Nags bomb sometime, and it was right there, and they pick him up. And the Invoker ban is... It's interesting to me because we have not seen, I don't believe, TC play Mirana.
Yeah.
And that seems like MSS is a Mirana hero, is an Invoker, or he's not them, but you know what I mean. MSS plays both those heroes, and it's interesting, but maybe they just saw Resolution like, oh, they're going to copy our offlane strategy, we better ban it out. I mean,
TC has played mid occasionally, but I don't feel like Invoker is one of his mid heroes.
Yeah, or Mirana, exactly, yeah, either of those. And now we see they're taking their time.
You got 40 seconds left on reserve time here. We'll see what they decide to pick up. Again, very open-ended draft for both teams at this point. Grab the line. Good disables. Earth Spike, pretty damn good stun. You have Finger for burst damage.
Jason loves it. I
think against Slaughter, when he has his sprint on, it's going to be nice to have burst him down even further. Yep. So it kind of it's very good. Especially it also counteracts anybody going like Ember Spirit or somebody that has just it's paper thin and you could just hex them and get away with good physical damage. I don't know.
And they learned their lesson about drafting those maybe not, but you can't have it for me. You can't have a disruptor and a silencer. What does either of those heroes do from like level 1 to 3? Like you can have maybe one of them, but you need a stunner. You need somebody who actually does something. Like get yourself to the late game where the hero becomes useful. They had 2 heroes that needed to be late game supports and they never made it. Mirana Beastmaster though, I like those opening picks. Brax obviously plays a great Beastmaster. Like we saw, he lost the laning phase bad, but he still brought it back mid game. And there we go. Oh man, Enigma.
That is an interesting pick. This is all over Europe. America, I don't think I've seen it that much.
Yep, and of course it's the 4 Europeans taking it. I'm sure they have a lot of friends back home rooting, just like a lot of Americans are rooting for Shazam. Don't let those damn Europeans take over. And in Europe, they're like, get them, beat them.
The Europeans are too busy watching Adfit in Europe or Empire right now.
Yep, who?
Yeah, I can't believe No Diggity lost.
Yep, that's what they get for,
Oh, the Elder Titan from SVG comes out.
Oh man, he's willing to sacrifice his 100% win for this? I like it, because you should never care about stats. Never. You should, well, don't tell it to Nahas, but you should never care about personal achievement, I should say. You should care about the team and what the team wants.
I feel like SVG's like the furthest person that cares about personal achievement.
And I remember who was talking about it was maybe it was Waga, and he talks about, he's like, in America, like, it just feels like people care about their AK MMR more than doing anything else. And I'm like, I thought about it, I'm like, I think he's flaming us, but I also think it's true.
It's definitely true. He's definitely flaming. It's definitely true, though. Yeah, exactly. Have you seen our NEL games? Have you seen people are like, I don't want to queue with this guy?
Yeah. Well, NEL's dead because I hate everyone.
Yeah, it's definitely Grant's fault. Flame Grant. Just tweet at him and say, "Where's NEL?" And then we'll be good to go. We'll get it back going.
We'll be back one day. I like the Elder Titan because it's actually a reasonably, I wouldn't say it's a super counter to Enigma, but his ult, one of the longest range, cancels the black hole. You'd have to set that up pretty early though, and the Wii possibly the Weehaw Wind Ranger.
Yeah,
One
I
of his
would
classics.
say so. That's one of his favorite
10
heroes for
seconds
sure.
remaining.
At least it used to be.
Yep.
And
Looks like we need a carry from
5
Shazam
seconds
and
remaining.
possibly for DC, depending on where they put the slot. I think they're going to get another physical damage, whether it's their
Reserve
carry or their
time.
off lane. It's yeah.
Dire
I really
team
like
back.
DC's potential in this game.
So
I
do
do,
I.
because you have Focus Fire with Amplify damage on. You have Death Ward with Black Hole. You have a lot of setup here. You get a Shackle Shot and you just Black Hole right on top of that before you Blink Tag. He just walks up. It's like one of those games you don't need to Blink Tag or anything like that. And then you just walk
10
up and
seconds
Black Hole
remaining.
somebody or something like that.
And I really like the Shazam ban, like, because if they got
5 seconds
Syllaber is one of
remaining.
those heroes that can solo the off lane and still get stuff out of it while you have an Enigma
Reserve
being
time.
greedy in jungle. So I think that was a super smart ban. You want to ban out those heroes while Witch Doctor and Slaughter, if they do go to the safe lane, like they're gonna get what they want. You don't want their off laner to also get what they want. Syllaber could do that. So.
Yeah, that would just be too much. Even if it is greedy
Dire
from
team
DC, I don't think Shazam have any way to counteract that. So by the way, there's an Elder Titan, there's a Lion picked up for Shazam.
Fun.
So there's a Beastmaster, which probably is going to be offlane for Brax again. And that means the Mirana, we talked about it,
We assume middle. I think
middle
we
for
agree.
MSS, yes. Against
10
Wind Ranger,
seconds
what's that
remaining.
matchup like?
Rana Wind Ranger.
The classic.
Yeah,
5
it's kind
seconds
of scary for actually both heroes, but the Enigma and Witch Doctor do a little bit better
time.
job of smoke ganking middle, even with Mirana's leap. Lion and Elder Titan have to be a little bit closer, or because if you throw the Spirit out, you're
10
like, oh, I'm getting
seconds
ganked. You can
remaining.
wind run
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
and Lion has to be on the Lion.
5
If you get a smoke
seconds
gank, Lion has
remaining.
to hit that max range stun, and it's actually going to be a reasonably even matchup with Mirana's base
Dear
doing
God.
buffed.
Okay.
Here we go. That is
They have so much setup for any sort of initiation they want. Like, you get a
Pick
Blink Dagger
off,
on any
yeah.
one of these heroes, and all of a sudden you're probably just, you've lost 2 heroes at some
Yep.
point in time. Like, Blink Shackle Shot, Blink Call, Blink Enigma, which he doesn't really need a Black Hole, or
10
Blink Black Hole.
seconds
I mean, a
remaining.
Blink Slaughter obviously going to happen, but, like, that's
5
well-rounded
seconds remaining.
catch. Pretty good mid to late game, especially if the Wind Ranger farms well.
Yep, and I
Good
think-
pick-off
Reserve
potential.
time.
They have just about everything they need at this point.
And I think it might be. This could be interesting. I think it might actually be a Resolution Axe and a Moo Slardar. I could be wrong, but I've seen Moo play Slardar more than anything else. And I mean, that was back when it was super good solo off lane, but that'd be interesting. We haven't seen DC switch it up a little, so you never know. Being versatile is probably one of the best things in
10
Dota.
seconds
Yeah, I
remaining.
mean,
Look at Fear. Fear's been versatile for the past 35 years in
5
Dota, and
seconds
look where he's
remaining.
gone. He's
35.
on TI.
Oh, that's a Morphling.
That is a TC Morphling for sure now. Yeah, that settles that.
And they could pick it 5th.
Nope, Muax. I was just wrong.
I mean, it's okay. You have your off days,
Yeah,
Grant.
I wasn't trying.
We'll let it slide.
All right, good, sweet.
Axe is going to be picked up by Moo, like you talked about. So they pick it 5th. So obviously there's no threat of an Elder Titan, considering they already got one.
Yep.
I mean, there's other counters to Morphling, but yeah, I mean, TC. This is interesting to me. Like, Morphling is super hit or miss to me. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. He's very good at avoiding ganks and being able to survive through ganks.
Yeah,
So
and he has a decent lane. He won't miss in the. He should be in the safe lane. He will not miss creeps. He will have that base damage. He'll do good. I like this draft from. I like both drafts actually. It's gonna be interesting. I think DC wants more of a run at your face, 15
10
minutes.
seconds remaining.
Shazam wants more of a. We're gonna counter gank, throw out a smoke
5
gank here. They're
seconds
kind of like last
remaining.
game,
yes.
but they have a better way to get through it. They have stuns. Always good to actually have stuns.
Like, their mid laners shouldn't get dominated as hard.
exactly.
Their safe laners should not die 3 times in a row. They have ways to protect
Wow.
their heroes.
yeah, look at Moo. He is.
He could be
Prepare
right
for
in
He,
there.
he doesn't have a ward.
He just doesn't want anybody to ward up his enemy
I guess,
off
yeah.
lane,
That's
or
smart.
safe lane, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, he's not even placing ward. He's just up there and look at Brax. See, that's real good luck. Have fun. The sniper high five. That's just. He's actually a happy face.
That's the counter, or that's the opposite of the NA all chat. Brax
Exactly.
being a kind gentleman.
Yeah, it's actually. TC used to always be a good lucker too, and I have not seen TC do it at all this qualifier.
He's become
It's
jaded
interesting.
with his career.
He has. Poor
Over the course of time.
Poor
Terrific
Tyler
carry
Cook.
himself.
Yes.
SBG has the, I don't know what that is, the anvil, if you will, on the Elder Titan.
I didn't call the heroes, but it is going to be a Witch Doctor Slardar bottom and an Axe is in the safe lane.
Yeah,
so.
they really like to prioritize Moo getting like the safe lane and
30
just having him
seconds to
farm on
go.
like that off lane kind of hero.
Yeah.
And then Resolution's just like, I'll find farm elsewhere. It's fine.
Ooh, and They spot out Brax being there. They didn't see the ward getting placed, but they saw heroes in his jungle, so they can assume a ward was placed. So
this ward on the river should scout them all moving down, and it does, yeah. Good observer ward in the middle.
And they already ping it out. Yep,
they know that's going to get countered, and Sox is like, that's fine.
Man, DC just they are focused in 100.
They know. And they've got the strats, they've got the play, they've got the experience, they've got it all. Brax is going to be in the solo safe lane, much like that of Moo and the solo safe lane up on the Axe top lane.
Completely wrong. This is going to be a TC solo mid morphling.
Yeah, this is not what you'd expect.
Yeah, I should have seen this from the starting items. I guess they think the Wind Ranger Pada matchup is extremely bad. It probably is. I just haven't seen it.
I mean, is morphling Wind Ranger that much better?
I think his higher base damage, along with his armor, makes it a little better for TC. He also has the escape mechanism, more than just a leap waveforms, far longer range.
We hot pulls the entire creep wave pretty much under his tower, and he should be able to get these last hits. Earth Spike's gonna go, we will take some hits from MSS, and reminder that Mirana, without any items, which he doesn't have, hits like a wet noodle. They're gonna go ahead and look for more. Meanwhile,
they're just tossing spells everywhere. Bottom lane, I see a cast.
Yeah, there's like a spear coming out top. People are just throwing things out willy-nilly at this point. Meanwhile, SVG is going to do the job of what Soxa did last game and just run at Soxa and make sure he doesn't stack anything up. Nicely done there. He gets there right at the minute mark and he just walks right in. By the way, they didn't deward that sentry that they placed in the jungle.
They did. Oh, they put it in the wrong spot.
They guessed wrong.
So they knew they placed one, but that's 50-50. The mix-up.
Shout out to FGC.
Yeah, and I like Beastmaster. This is perfect for Brax. They're like, Brax, just don't die. We're going to actually kind of handle the Enigma. We're not going to let Axe get anything. Just don't die bottom. Just do your thing. And I think Brax is perfect for that. It just always reminds me of when he was on LGD International, an 80-minute game where he had 0 deaths on Juggernaut. That was just insane to me.
Brax is a good player.
Yes, he is.
Very strong player. Shout out to Narvi.
Yeah, Narvi 1.
Narvi, yeah, the original, the OG Narvi 1. Brax, well, he might die now. They Maledict's up, they're looking for the sprint, and they're going to get off the crush. And how far are they willing to dive this? The cast, Resolution taking some damage. Brax has got a salve. Resolution might go down at first, but the tower will get it done. Brax finally gets his revenge from last game. He will not tick down to the Maledict either. Getting it done is Brax in the safe lane. We're singing his praises, and for good reason. The armor comes into effect.
Yes, it does.
That one tower armor. It helps him out.
Yep, exactly. Man, do we look smart.
Top lane, there's the Earth Spike, the Hex, the Stomp coming out. MSS setting up for an arrow. He's going to try to get it off in time, can't get it done. There's the call. Starstorm's going to come through and move, looking for counter healing spot. Not getting any, and they'll get that kill. He actually was the most unlucky man on the face of the planet. Don't gamble, ever. Moo, I don't think.
Yeah, that was actually, I like how MSS was like trying to set up that arrow the whole time and he couldn't get in. I just realized, man, stomp into arrow that's a long setup for you.
It is, but MSS is just like he's trying to finagle his way around the creeps, and they're just like, get out of the way, you. Come on.
And they know. Look at Soxa actually moved to the enemy jungle, but they already rotate him out.
Yeah, they know that he's there.
I wonder if they're gonna send SVG. Maybe they'll try to get one more kill on Moo and then rotate him down there.
I mean,
they want to disrupt his farm.
Moo's pretty low. Jason, he was in a position. Moo walked up.
Yep.
He knows if he walks past this this entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just gonna go with the spear. They're gonna set up with the arrow now, and it's gonna get hit up. And now they're gonna follow up with the Earth Spike first, perhaps the Hex. They're gonna TP in. Will they have enough damage? Starstorm second hit. They have to cancel the TP coming out from Misery. And now maybe, like you were talking about, we move SVG down.
Yeah, but I think they're just going to play a little bit of grab and go. They're just going to keep rotating around, and man, this is a great start for Shazam. This is the most kills DC's probably had in the combined like 10 games.
Ooh, shackle shot, power shot. TC will take a hit. He'll salve up though, and he'll be fine. He's doing well in the mid lane, 17-15. Wow. And then the Enigma Soxa walks right on through and just says, "How are you doing? Let me go back to my jungle. See you later."
Yeah. Wow. This is the rotation. SVG's like, "Oh, you're back up here. I'm here," and wow.
Soxa is farming slower than a Beastmaster with an Iron Talon would be farming at this point.
He is, and that's big ups to SVG, stomping a lot of his camps. And look where he's standing right now. He knows he's because he just got a thing of experience.
Yeah.
So he knows where he's at. That's actually
hey, he's just going to run it level. There's a clarity. Cancel it. Oh, he gets it off. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, probably. I think he has a Soul Ring flying out. He does. He actually hits the Stomp on his Soxa, but
he could kill the 75 HP one, but he doesn't go for it.
He's going to back up. Oh, Jason came in as well. All right, here's where it gets interesting. Wind Ranger does get a double damage bottled rune, which I think is really important. By the way,
could be a solo kill for sure.
Yeah, TC is farming well, but I mean he is not unkillable, even with Morph.
Look at Brax. Brax is just almost level 5. Oh, that's a big... I wonder what's going to happen with that big stat camp bottom in the pull lane.
That's very big. Who's supposed to take that? Axe, maybe, for DC if they want to get down there? Or...
I think so.
Because I think that was DC that stacked it up.
Yep, that is. I'm nervous. That could be a big fight. Fighting over that's almost worth more than like 2 sets of Ancients right now.
Brax is like, God, I need level 6 as fast as possible. He's probably going to pull and then just like... Yeah, this is... Oh, no, he's just got a jungle. Screw it. I don't have an Iron Talon. I don't need it. I got Boar. I'm level 3 Boar, actually. I'm fine.
I think that's fine. And MSS just doing some damage top.
TC actually going onto Weehaw. Weehaw has a double damage. TC might have realized the error of his ways. Power shot will go. Ooh, that's kind of sketchy.
Yep, that did a lot, but I think he's... Oh, and look at that. No, he just gets the bottle refill.
The bottle
he's
back.
Cool. Yep.
SVG coming in. Gives him the bottle. He'll refill it up. And Weehaw, he's going to have his double damage run out here in a moment. They're playing this extraordinarily well. By the way, getting shut out.
Middle. If SVG somehow hits that stomp, he didn't, though. I think he was actually pinged out.
Okay, so they just going to go for this? They've Earthspike. There's the Spirit coming through. The stomp's going to fly. Waveform in. The Wind Run comes through, and he's going to be fine. Now TC has to strike for him. He's in trouble. Power shot, last right click. They'll get the job done. They rotate nicely. DC attend to the needs of Weehaw. He almost goes down, but actually, somehow I think survives that last waveform.
Yep, he does. I think Jason mistimed his skills a little bit.
Oh, SVG? Is he going to get this kill with a staple gun? One more right click. Wind Run comes out. He just got it. And Weehaw will be fine. He had enough mana just barely to use it.
Weehaw is styling right now, but SVG he has an Orb of Venom and boots, and he just backs up. He doesn't want to risk. Maybe Weehaw comes around, and well, Weehaw has nothing, but...
So Weehaw was involved in that kill. He's level 6. He's the same experience. Net worth-wise, he is ahead now after that kill.
Yeah, because TC, of course, dying, and... Oh, man, if Jason just... He hexed first, did one right click, then stun, but the problem is he got the Wind Run off in between, like, the stuns from Elder Titan and line, and it saved him, and then bottom lane... is like 5 HP off of dying again to just Elder Titan.
Oh god, he wants this level 6 so bad. Brax is looking to set up a gank with SVG, who has done so much work by roaming around. He's only level 3, by the way, without even a point in actual order.
Whenever we see Moo, he takes it. He gets the gigantic stack.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Oh, Resolution is
going to put him pretty far up.
Very far back.
Resolution, but they've got 3 heroes in the vicinity. Moo is about a little below half health, so he's not really ready to fight. He's like, guys, we could do this, but I might die in the process.
When we see pings top from both teams, like, wait, are we going to let Shazam just take this free tower, or... And it looks like they want to. He has his Bastion, Aquila on.
MSS now going to work with Jason, as you just talked about. There's going to be a TP coming up, and they're going to probably have to leave away. Now, Resolution's just going to come up here. He's going to be going for the armlet. He has the Helm of the Iron Will. Waveform up onto Weehaw. TC's going to get some right clicks. There's the Wind Run. He can Strength Morph if need be. They've got Power Shot ready. He's not going to use it, though. Actually, he had it on cooldown for a second, but...
Interesting matchup. Both... Oh! Power Shot comes through.
Moo is in the tree line bottom. He is about to run out.
Oh, and Brax.
I think at the stop, he misses the call. And actually setting that up was SVG to help out. They could try to roar this if they get another hero down here. It's probably a kill, but they have cast to counter initiate. They have level 1 Buddha Restoration, so I don't know. Meanwhile, mid lane, there's going to be a attempted gank on Weehaw. They just cannot find the slippery bugger. It's going to get out just fine. Maybe not. Here comes SVG. He's got a stomp ready. And they're not going to dive that far for it.
Yeah, they know DC. That is what they've done well. They have kept their cores alive in both games, and bottom lane, I think Moo wanted to run at SVG, and he didn't see Brax under the trees because it was still nighttime and just close. 3-1.
Let's take a look at our net worth graph after the first night time. It is an even net worth graph, actually 500 in favor of DC now after, I wouldn't call it a rough start. Experience-wise, they clearly have the advantage.
Maybe rough for Moo, but yeah.
TC is still doing pretty well on farm, and when it comes to late game, it's hard to say because you have the threat of a black hole, you have the threat of that big team fight potential from Digital Chaos, but Shazam also have good team fight, and the later the game goes, the more I think important Elder Titan's going to be with natural order.
Yeah, he is, and Morphling's waveform into shotgun can always be good. I think TC is usually more of a Lincoln's getter, but obviously you get F-Blade sometime down the road.
Yeah. It'll be a while, though. I mean, he has, what, 600 gold now? He picked up the Akil wand bottle. So he's got all of his early items. It's like that's the normal thing for, I think, a ranged Adjucare, or even a melee Adjucare like Naga. That was like the build-up before you started going for like your big item, whether it was like a relic for a Naga or whatever.
Yeah.
So TC has those items now. He'll probably maybe pick up Treads next. He already does a lot of damage because he's obviously agimorphed a fair bit.
Yep.
And now he gets replicate so he can farm around the map a bit easier.
Yep, and Resolution actually flying out his armlet.
It's good. Pretty good timing.
Yep, he'll be able to maybe initiate on people, see what he can do, or just keep farming up if he wants to get that Blink Dagger afterwards.
I mean, it makes him really difficult to kill.
Yeah, and look at the scan. That is a scan coming from Shazam behind their like is SPG gonna die.
Yeah, they did not want him getting ganked by smoke. There is a ward there, by the way, so I think that's a smart scan to make.
Yeah.
Soxa's caught back up. He's up to 3,000 net worth. His mech's done in about 500-ish gold.
That's good. He did have a real start. They would have, if they had that mech early like they wanted, they would have been pushing towers already by now. So.
Yeah, do you think that Shazam have enough of a leeway here to carry them into that mid to late game, which is what we talked about during the draft?
And they do. They have the roar. They have a lot of decommittal. Elder Titan can just throw out his spirit and stomp, and they can just run away if they want, or they can initiate with the arrow from stomp. I think they're fine as long as this smoking. I think Brax does need a kill. We haven't seen him. We've seen him use roar, I believe, once.
I thought they were
going to
go mid. They're going to top for either Soxa or Resolution.
Yep, and he has an armlet. They know he has the armlet because they've seen him, and
Resolution knows that they're missing.
Yeah, and that's under the tower. I don't know if this is what Shazam wants.
This is a very sketchy dive, and they're going to send some Eidolons over. Smoke will break.
But they don't see either. I mean, they see Resolution. But
there's the roar through the tree line. The axe's coming up. The Spirit's going to go to stomp. They get the finger off. They blow him up instantly. They hex up Soxa as well. Can they turn two? Jason might be left behind. It's Brax is going to get Malphus. There's the air splitter coming out. It's going to hit onto both of them, and it looks like, no, just onto Soxa. But it allows them to get away. That is a gigantic pickup on Resolution, though, for Shazam, I think.
Yeah, it is. Right. They blew him up. Didn't give anyone a chance to TP to save him. Didn't give him a chance to even use armlet. They timed their stuns perfectly.
Instantly done. And that's just the power of the Hawk, just getting vision there.
But now we have Midas up on MSS, and he's been farming quietly, 2-0 and 0 as well. So it's not like he hasn't been active.
So Resolution goes down. What about Moo? Let's take a look at him. Vanguard. Okay, Vanguard first. And he's going to take a full range stack.
Yep.
He's quietly farming as well after having a quote-unquote rough start, which has turned into, since then, a pretty damn good start.
Oh, these creeps are destroying him.
Yeah, even with the Vanguard, he's having a rough time, but he's fine. Oh, stack it up again. Come on, you can do it. You're not going to clear it in time, dude. Actually, you might. Yeah, he's going to clear it in time.
Maybe.
Counter Helix procs? Hello? Hello? He's gonna miss. He's not gonna get out in time. Oh, no.
So he'll just go to the camp and then probably heal up. And MS has done a good job just wherever he's at, he's farming, he's pushing the lane with his Aquila, and he's just putting pressure. He's forcing other, like, even just one or two heroes to come down. They can't ever kill him, but he's making him commit. Like, even now, look at Brown's running by him. He's like, oh, I have to be there. I can't jungle. Look, they're even smoke ganking him.
They're gonna smoke and find a double damage rune. They might think there's a ward there, and so they're not going to pick it up.
Smart, even though there's not a ward.
There's not a ward.
Still smart.
Pretty good play. Black hole. Oh, the Hawk's going to come through. And it might break pretty soon if they walk up. Moonlight Shadow's going to go. And the smoke's going to break. Misery, they're going to spot him out. They know that he's there. And they're going to see both of them are going to turn on this.
They're
going to go for, they're going to back up. They see the three. They're going to roar onto Soxa. The arrow's going to come through as well. And he's in trouble. Can he get the mech off? Absolutely not. Evaporates as the Necro comes out. And they get Soxa done as they're looking for their own Smoke of Deceit gank and Shazam. They surprise him with a nice initiation.
Those supers. I like how they didn't just freak out when they saw the smoke broken. Like, they let him run by. They let the Witch Doctor run by. Like, let's get someone else. And they save, and the Enigma's a far better kill than the Witch
Stomp.
Doctor.
It's going to hit onto two. Are they going to set up? Arrow's going to hit the Misery. Earth's going to go as well. Can they find more? Resolution's caught out. He's been hexed up. TC's already used his waveform. They've got the armor. He'll toggle it on. 2 dead for DC, and this tower will get sieged down. It's going to be, I think, the first tier 1 of the game. They'll TP mid, and wow, Weehaw with a double damage rune will take his own tier 1, which is even bigger, I feel like, to a certain extent. I mean, yeah, they lost a couple of heroes, but taking that tier 1 mid for DC is pretty huge.
Yeah, it is. And Shazam, oh man, they are playing as clean as DC almost last game, but it feels like the thing is DC has found more farm than Shazam did last game. Like, they may be losing kills and whatnot, but they're definitely not losing. It feels like they've lost a little control of the game. Like, if Shazam wants to smoke gank or just Moonlight Shadow gank, that they can, because how many stuns they have. It feels like the more stuns you have, the more wins you're getting.
Yeah, well, that seems to be Misery's philosophy anyways. And not only that, but they got away with this greedy lineup, you know. Sox tried to do his, or not Sox, SVG tried to do his best to stop his stomp coming in. No further rotations, though. I mean, he's hitting so many good stomps for SVG.
If they had an Earth Splitter and just a Mirana's, I feel they could almost 2v3 him. And look at Resolution's like, where are you?
Get me that kill. No, not happening. They're pushing 2 lanes at once.
That's what I was looking
They need to defend one of them, and it's not going to be stopped. And it might not be bottom either.
Uh-oh.
SPG's been found by Resolution. The amp damage is up. They'll get vision of him. They're like, TC, you just keep farming. Even if we lose 2 tier 1s, it's fine.
With MSS faked an arrow, didn't throw it.
Rax is still top. He doesn't have a TP scroll. It's perhaps why they decided to not defend bottom. But I mean, still alive, so it's fine. Half health. Below half health at this point.
TC makes them use their glyph middle while he's pushing. So,
what do you like? What do you think about this SPG drum build? I imagine it being a drum pickup, anyways.
I think it's good. Well, the move speed obviously goes on to his spirit.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. That's why you used to see like Ewells, drums, even an S and Y here and there. I think that's mostly why. Everyone, it's still an aura. It's still good for your team. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think that move is about to have his blink dagger. That's what I think.
Yeah, but he is, and he's pretty damn high level, 11.
The power of the axe. We've not really seen it too much here in the American qualifiers.
We've not, but looking at the net worth, I'm actually reasonably surprised because we saw, I believe the gold graph is actually in favor of DC, but 2 of the top are the Mirana and the Morphin. We see a Moonlight Shadow. Did Sox see it?
Feels like he did. Yeah. Feels like he noticed.
They
had illusions
maybe.
Slardar.
Yeah,
I think so.
And they just have to.
They'll take control of the jungle. I think they just push this tier 1 and then try to get back in time to defend, because it looks like that's what they're setting up for DC.
Maybe, or they're just.
It's going to be hard though. The creep wave's pushed out pretty far.
I think they need to start setting up now. If they want to defend bottom, they need to start setting up now.
Do they have TPs to get there? No, not an MSS at the very least. They have to make a decision on what they're going to do. This tower's going to be gone.
Maybe push middle?
Yeah, they can.
Shazam needs to get some. They're just sitting as 5 right now, and that's not doing them any good.
They're trying to make a decision. Looks like they're going to head bid. That's probably the right play. Sox is in the jungle, or in the tree line here. Are DC going to look to defend this? They're going to wrap around with Moo and Resolution, looking in the jungle for something. They're not going to find anything. They're going to walk towards mid, it looks like. Replicate's doing some nice tower damage. There's Weehaw getting the tier 1 tower down bottom, and see if Shazam can do their own thing. TC split pushing top, and he'll probably force out a TP. He can replicate mid at any point in time also.
I think that's what they do, and he has his Lincolns in almost 500 gold now, and that's when TC becomes scary. You have to dedicate a shackle shot or a focus fire to him just to cancel it out. And meanwhile, Weehaw's just pushing bottom with his Maelstrom.
Yeah, he took down the tower. He's got a creep wave onto the tier 2 now, and it looks like DC are going to go for the smoke gank. It's not even a gank, but they're going to head to Roche. Here's the Hawk. They're about to break vision. Everyone's going to break vision. Resolution looking for a blink stun. He's going to find it onto Brax. They're going to go for the initiation. Stun's going to come out. Good call. Brax in trouble. Can't get off his ultimate. Looks like Mystery might fall out of it with the Earth Splitter. He'll stay alive for the time being. Sox are looking for more. He's got Black Hole. Blink stun onto Jason. He's in trouble. They'll lose 2 for Shazam. And DC now have an open opportunity to take Roche. Just getting caught a little bit too close up on that high ground. And DC take advantage with a great new blink from both Moo as well as Resolution. And they will probably take Roche with this. It's going to be close, though. They are up at 13. I know they're going to do it quick with what they have with Focus Fire. I mean, yeah, they're probably going to take it more quickly than the contestant.
At least SPG can seize one. Let's see what's cracking here. Oh, and they have to actually...
They don't want to get stunned.
They do not.
They're going to wait it out.
Because Resolution's almost dead, actually.
They're going to take it. They're not going to take the fight, though, for Shazam. And that's a big loss for them right there.
Yeah, 2 kills and a Roche. If the Morphling just got his Lincolns right after that fight, if he was somehow there during it, they could have blown up the Witch Doctor, they could have blown up the Enigma. But unfortunately, perfect timing by DC for Shazam. Unfortunate for Shazam.
It really came down to just the positioning and the smoke not breaking quite quickly enough for Shazam to react.
Yep.
So that's a bit unfortunate. They lose the tier 1 to a deny as well. They're going to head into the jungle aggressively with SPG and Brax. You talked about the Lincolns, which is now done for TC. We'll see what he goes for next. He stands up for like bots or something. I don't know. Maybe just picks up his treads.
Yep. Oh, and he's going to
get all those Eidolons.
Nope. Gave up on
give me those lane farm. Those lane creeps. I want those instead.
We see another smoke up already. I think if DC does a smoke immediately, I would actually really like. They still have Black Hole up, and I wouldn't.
Which they haven't used this game, by the way.
Yeah, they have not.
Which is not. I don't think that's surprising. A lot of people are like, oh my god, it's 18 minutes in. No.
Top lane. Here we go.
Brax and SPG are going to look to set something up, and Misery's behind. Resolution, he does have Aegis, and here we go. It's going to be Aurora to, I think, initiate, but Resolution has popped his sprint. That's not great. That's going to be amp damage coming out. There's the Necro 3, the Earth Splitter. The Stomp's about to go as well. It's going to hit. Good armlet toggle, though. Can they bring it down? The boar coming through. He's going to have to toggle again, but he gets the Aegis and loses it.
They just have to run.
SVG's like, I am out of here. Hold my briefcase. I'm going to TP away. Resolution blinks, guessed incorrectly, as of course Brax had already gone down towards his tower, or where it used to be. And look at what TC's doing bottom.
Yeah, that's perfect. They baited out like 3 TPs top, and TC's like, sweet. Thanks, guys.
Give me that farm.
Yep.
I feel like he is going to be going for. Oh, hold that thought. And they were looking for something mid. They have to leap away as the Sham Shot was coming through. They set up on this. Stomp. It's not going to hit.
Ooh, it's
good hex up on the Misery. Jason's low. He's got finger. Arrow's going to come through. It's going to just barely miss on the tail of Misery. Moose coming in with a blink. They get the call. Jason's going to get slammed down. A little bit of miscommunication coming out for Shazam and miscoordination. They lose their line at the end of the day.
Yep. That was a little bit rough, but at least it's just Jason you're losing, not anyone else.
TC up to 1,800 in net worth right now. I swear, I feel like he's going bots. I feel like I've said this like 5 times, but
he might go bots. I think it's a pretty good. I mean, he can just start split. I mean, all he's doing is split pushing right now. Why keep wasting money on TP?
It feels like it would be an Ember Spirit, you know? You replicate, you bot somewhere, and then you just replicate out or something like that.
Exactly, and he can always get to fights if he has boots of travel.
Exactly,
so.
and that was one thing he missed out. By the way, MSS, we should note, has an Aghanim Scepter. We haven't talked about it, I don't think. You've talked about the Midas, but...
Yeah, I think you just got it. So 3-0 and 1-2. A perfect game for MSS.
Yeah, he's having a good start. 3,000 net worth advantage is 20 minutes into the game for DC is not much. I wouldn't call it even, but... these fights can go any way, and for DC, they do have very good team fight, but Shazam, they're no slouches either, and it comes down to SVG, I think, once again, in a lot of these engagements, Grant.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Saksa is literally just saving his ult just for, like, TC might feel a little aggressive with his Lincolns, and then if he just gets Black Hole, it's perfect shutdown for that replicate out, call as well, and I just realized Morphling has a lot of stuff that can just keep him held down. He can't replicate out.
He's going straight into Ethereal Blade. He picked up the Ghost Scepter.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine. I like the damage. I'm surprised by it, but I'm fine with it.
Moo TPing out. Don't know if they have vision. Weehaw wants to finish off this tower. Nobody defending. TC's trying to split push as well as, of course, top lane, which is Brax TPing out. He'll get the tower. So it's a tier 2 for a tier 2 in the end. Towers are actually even at this point somehow, Grant.
That's
seemingly
crazy.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, and 20 minutes in, almost all the outer towers are gone for both teams. It's kind of funny. This could come down to a no one wants to push high ground 80-minute game. Travis, are you ready?
I've already. All right, Grant. Let me tell you something. All right, I was doing SCA the other day.
Yes.
And I had to do it on my laptop because all the rooms were used.
Okay.
So I had the ghetto cast going on.
Yeah.
My computer blue screen during the beginnings.
Excellent.
Oh my lord, he's the luckiest man alive. Anyways,
went for it, couldn't quite get it.
Anyways, the game went 80 minutes. Purge walks in at like 20 minutes thinking the game was just like gonna end in 20.
Yeah.
They proceeded to throw a 30,000 net worth lead. So if I could solo cast an 85-minute game,
oh yeah,
Grant, with you, it's gonna be easy.
Oh, we'll have a grand old time.
We'll have a blast.
I think we both had games. I casted the 120-minute Archon game solo. That was
a good time.
Not sleep-inducing. Well, permanent sleep-inducing. That would have been great, but yeah.
You know what was the best was that Greg and I, it was some European tournament, I think, we were casting. It was a 2-hour pause. We had to vamp for 2 hours.
2-hour pause?
We didn't actually like cut to a break and we're like,
yeah.
We just kept talking for 2 hours. But you know Greg, he can talk forever, so.
Yeah, he can talk forever about stuff people don't want to hear.
Yeah, nobody cares about.
At least he wants to hear his own voice.
Yeah.
That's about it, though.
Shout out to Greg.
2-hour pause?
I'm not even kidding.
I'm pretty sure all
back
of
in
us
the good
here
old
can barely do 1-minute pauses.
Back up the good old high ground days.
TT needs to be, oh!
What a shackle.
But they're not.
They're not going to set up on it. They didn't have the blinking resolution blinking position.
Yep. Oh god, scary. And Blade Mill coming up on Axe now, so.
This is where it gets dangerous and dicey for Shazam, but DC again, they're the ones with I think a whole lot to lose here. This is their first game where they're put into position, I think.
This is the first game they've actually, I mean, they haven't really been behind according to the graphs, but it's the first game they've been threatened.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so too. We might have seen a game in the group stages that I wasn't able to cast or watch, but I don't think so.
I don't know. Not after seeing what happened to Dragneel.
Yeah, Dragneel just, oh my lord. We don't even want to talk. Dragneel and Evernova S. We don't want to talk about those series.
Yeah, those are 4 teams. Just kidding. Dragneel's still in it, actually, so I'd love to talk about him.
We'll talk about the King when we get to it.
Yep.
On the panel, I'm sure.
And we have Aghanim's going to be coming out for Winter. And we actually have the Black King bar from Enigma is up. And he went the Treads build.
There's
Just
a
extra
Moonlight
stats.
Shadow.
Why not? Who cares?
Jason and MSS are going to Moonlight Shadow and look for
Ooh.
Resolution. Resolution going to get Earth Spikes. They're going to find an arrow as well. There's the finger coming out. Starstorm. They have the damage. They have to get more out of this. The shot won't go. It will not last. It'll stop. Will hit up into Weehaw, but they're going for him instead. Now there's too much help coming through. God, Slaughter, just the tankiest man alive, honestly.
Yeah, he is. I think if they just waited, I think SVG could have made it in time. All they needed was that aura on him, and he would have died to that. But still, not terrible. At least no one died on the counter initiation. So
they have to use a lot of abilities. Moonlight Shadow down for 84. Yep. No finger for 130, which is a very long cooldown. You often think about finger, and you're like, that's not a big deal. But
and there's the S-Blade. Now Misery has to be careful. He has the gem too. He dies immediately to the combo. He has to be careful, but it looks like he's been running around with his gang.
Yeah, here's the thing. The tanky heroes, they'll be fine. They'll be able to deal with this, but Misery probably goes down pretty quickly. Even Weehaw only has 1,100 gold. He has that point booster. His Ogre Club is still in his inventory. So a full combo might not bring him down, but a full combo plus like 2 right clicks would.
Or I just realized if I almost wish Murano went Blink over Boots of Travel. The triple Starstorm and S-Blade would be
oh, it would kill everybody, I think, pretty much. And not to mention SVG being nearby as well, but I mean, whatever.
These team fights are really crazy. I don't think Soxa is ever going to get like a 5-man hole, crazy hole, but both teams have these like ultimates, Earth Shatter, Black Hole, even Cast. That like these team fights, if we ever see one, might be really hectic.
TC is playing so aggressively without a replicate, he's just like, I don't care, I have a Ethereal Blade, I'm fine.
Yep.
But not really, though.
I'm actually really surprised we haven't seen like an actual team fight. We've seen like a skirmish here or there. Whoa!
Oh no, Soxa, no, he fat-fingered it. He's gonna TB bottom. The Roar's gonna come out, they're gonna find Resolution. Do they have the damage? Absolutely! What an unfortunate turn of events for Digital Chaos. Jason, there's the Death Ward coming out. He's gonna actually fog it, and they just stop. Moves looking for the blink, and he's gonna find it. Battle Hugger, TP out. Moonlight Shadow gets the call off, gets the dunk.
Nice.
That is still not a good trade, and look what TC is doing top lane. He can replicate out at any moment in time here. Weehaw is invis up. They're gonna shackle him. He's in trouble. He's gonna strength morph. They're gonna break the Lincoln Spear. There's the call coming through. I don't know if they have the damage. The Stomp's gonna come out. TC, he's gonna Ethereal Blade if he wants to. There's the Earth Splitter. They won't be able to do enough damage. He's low, not low enough, and he was still very strength morph to be able to get that kill. So,
but look at that. Look at the top. He did 600 damage to their thing. They're killing the tower, the tier 2 tower middle,
and there's that blink for MSS, by the way, and for Brax.
Yep.
That is like a huge swing, even if not in terms of gold, which it is, by the way.
Wow.
It is a big swing in terms of gold, but that is a huge swing in terms of momentum going the way of Shazam.
That is it's crazy how a 1-for-1 trade like that could go so far in favor of somebody. Comeback mechanics. Thank you, Ice Rock.
The rubber band, it still exists.
Sweet, sweet rubber band.
We're not in the Troll Warlord era, but thank God for that sometimes.
Yep, and they just can't. It's going to be so hard to bring down TC, like, at all now. And he only has a link as a Neth Blade. If he gets a Scotty or something, then anything can happen.
All right, I just saw a ridiculous fight on the monitor. That game's still going on, by the way, 73 minutes.
And if there's European
Dota,
games,
baby.
Yep, we're watching it right now, actually.
Yeah, we're not even casting Shazam versus DC.
Well, I just meant DC's European.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I was talking. You know what?
Let's just pretend
go
like
back
nothing just happened.
Nothing
We have
happened.
a smoke gang coming from DC, and we have.
Oh, great scan! Great scan again
they
for
know
Shazam.
they're coming this quick.
They are very quick. They're about to see with the Hawk coming through. The call might be on to everybody. It's going to be on just the SVG in trouble. Great Earth Spike coming out. There's the Finger under Resolution coming in. With a great stop coming in. Moo's gonna dunk down at least one, but they get the Ethereal Blade off into Misery. Moo is so low, last right click won't get the job done. He's got Waveform ready to go instead. They'll jump forward, they pop the BKB, the Waveform up onto Misery, they get the gem. It's a 2-for-1 exchange at the end. What reaction time. Shazam, Delta split immediately, and they only get SVG out of that by jumping in with the call. Moo was so close to getting a 4-man call.
That was almost a 4 or 5-man call. They all split up, and then SVG still got his spell. That's the funny thing. If you initiate on Elder Titan, that means you're close to him. You had that aura on him. Like, that's actually a tough hero to... Oh, man, I kind of think if he got a Blade Mill, cripes.
That would not be good.
And they're just going to push the tower. Oh, my goodness.
This tower's dead.
DC
Can they Roche after this, though? I think everyone's going to be up, and DC...
They could. I still think
this is such a good Roche fighting lineup for DC, though. If you're Shazam, I don't know if you take this. I think, yeah, TC's making the right play. He's going to TP top, and he's just going to go ahead and split push.
Have we seen a hole yet still?
No.
It's off cool. That
No.
was the last fight. There's been 0 holes. This is an MSS Enigma.
Oh, he just gets bashed. That's
He didn't have the gem, did he?
I don't think so. He did not. Luckily enough.
Did anyone pick yeah, Brax picked up the gem. I was like, someone had to have picked it up somewhere.
That's a huge kill, by the way. I mean, you don't often think about a Witch Doctor and be like, well, oh my god, he got to kill in the Witch Doctor, but there's a gem there, so.
Yeah, exactly.
They know Roche is up.
They're going to do Roche. But they have to be careful. TC's pushing top and hard, but
I think he might just come back. I don't think he can do this fast enough. By the time
I think he's going to hit it for 10 seconds. Yeah, look at he's going to destroy this.
The Spirit is just going to come in. Weeha's up on the high ground. He's actually focusing fire from the high ground. He's going to get it stomped on. I don't know if they addition. The Hawk's going to come through. Doxa will kill it. I don't think they know that Weeha's doing this from the high ground. That's not even fair. You should not be able to do that, actually.
TC still, this is excellent for Shazam. SVG's just hiding him all around. Look at, oh my goodness, they might just be able to kill the...
Here comes the Earth Splitter. Oh, he forces up to the high ground. He gets forced up to the high ground by Moo at the last second to stay alive. But the ranged Rax is gone as well as the Tier 3 tower. You have to wonder, is that trade worth it in the end, Grant?
I think DC's okay with, I mean, it sucks losing Rax, but at least Weehaw kept his Aegis. If he lost his Aegis there, that would have been extremely bad for him. But yeah, I feel he shouldn't be able to focus fire from that hill either. But that's life.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
right.
Rather correct. But
and here we go now. We do have a blink on Enigma. I think we are finally going to see our first hole.
He has to get one off.
He's just, SVG is just canceling everything. His stomps, his splitters, his shatters, his everythings. It's just making it so hard for Enigma. He can never blink, even BKB, because he could Earth Shatter, and Splitter, whatever.
Yeah, you got it.
You got it.
I mean, SVG's just a player right now.
Yeah, he is. And we have a Yasha Boots of Travel on Morphling now. He is just getting items.
Manta might come soon. Might want to save for a Scotty before he gets
Brax
Manta.
It is. Oh, Brax. We've seen you be over here before.
Moo's coming in. Yeah, but this time there's no ward to scout him out. Blink Roar is going to come through. Jackal Shot doesn't last. Brax immediately still in bid. Arrow coming out. I don't know if they have the damage. He pops the Blade Mail, and he's going to be able to leap away on the Mirana's side. They're going to jump in. They want Brax. They finally will find him. That's the gem back in their hands.
That was
a little too aggressive.
Book 3. They would have had enough damage with Book 3. He never piped it, or popped it.
I think he was going to, and then he got shackled up immediately, and then it's like, oh, probably we're dead here, I think.
Yep, so little miscommunication. They lose the gem, so big kill, but TC still just split pushing, and DC doesn't have the best tools to deal with it while pushing themselves.
All right, there's the BKB coming out for the Slardar. DC are going to try to take their jungle back, but, well, Shazam knows this is happening. They're cutting the creep wave, and it looks like TC's just going to replicate out at this point. I don't think they'll find him.
He's still just hiding up there.
Whew.
Yeah, like, only 30 minutes in. It feels a lot longer. It feels a lot more. Oh, and SVG actually gets caught out by Resolution. I mean, oh, and he gets first hit pass.
His stomp is not going to go, and he's not going to be able to get out of this alive. No. Resolution finally getting back some kills that he missed out on in the early game. Finally getting some deaths returned.
Yeah, and but Sakta on the other side is actually spotted out, and we have MSS. He's going to be upon there. Just a finger.
There it is. Axe was coming in. He couldn't quite get there in time. He could be forced in Blink, but he had Blink beforehand, so it was on cooldown.
It feels like there's just heroes running random places and dying all of a sudden. SVG dies top by the jungle, and then...
I feel like that's just the way this game is gone.
Feels like it. That's good for Shazam. Create chaos. I mean, DC's used to being in charge. Shazam creates some chaos, and...
Smoke of Deceit. They don't do it in front of that ward that is close to the mid lane. Moo's going to be the one that's scouted out, and they have vision of him, but... They're going to head bottom instead, looking for Morphling. This is a critical kill for them if they can find it. Oh, he's going to bots top. They're not going to find anything.
And look, they see him top. Now they're like, ah, damn it.
Like, we had it, man. TC just randomly decides to port top instead of farming the jungle. I don't know if it's random, but
smart.
That's some good game sense at the very least. He doesn't see any of them, and he's like, well, I could be smoking now. I don't have his scan, so I'm not really going to waste one.
An Aether Lens on Elder Titan.
That's good.
Middle lane is just, they're killing that Beastmaster illusion.
Get that replicate. MSS jumps up, almost kills Weehaw. He actually almost will fall. Jason just gets the Earthquake off, and he misses. He doesn't have an Aether Lens. He would have gotten it with it. Weehaw somehow still stays alive. He has not died this game, despite being at like below 100 HP in multiple instances.
Yeah, and now they have to commit to TC. Oh, and this could actually be a huge... They have Sentry to the left, but they don't see him yet.
His BKB. Roar's going to come out. They pop the Necro. Ethereal Blade, can they blow him up? Yes, move. Can't get the call off onto either of them. Gets it out of the freaking creeps. Now TC Cast will come through. Lincoln Spear pop. Moo's getting destroyed. He's getting destroyed, but he forces to the high ground. Will they wait for him? They use the usage of that at least adaptive strike, and they come in with Jason. They get off the big earth spike and they get the kill. Down for 67, and now they're just at the doorstep of the racks. They call GG just like that. Those 3 kills end them. They get the game win for DC, or for Shazam, excuse me, as DC lose 3 quick heroes, and then they're on the doorstep of the racks. It just ends that quickly, Grant. Are you freaking kidding me?
That was just PC play insanely. That was I think the last 4 games before this, DC won 4 games in like combined an hour. And then they look unbeatable, and then Shazam comes in, beats them in 30 minutes. Like, not a stomp, but
it was
DC
a close
played
game for
perfectly.
Sure. Yes.
MSS played amazingly. Look at those deaths. Your worst is a 2-4-6 line. That is great. That is DC's first loss.
SV